Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like this video and you want to practice with me more, please subscribe and leave me a comment and like this video and be sure to save it so you can do the practice again. This is a yoga for back pain class, and when you're ready to get started, let's come to a comfortable seated position and close the eyes. Bring your hands in prayer position, a long deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes and rest your hands down. The first thing to think about is if you're having back pain, try to identify the source of where that back pain might be coming from. If your back is strained from overuse, taking time to relax the body and relax the muscles of the back will lead you into a space of healing. So we'll start off there today. Grab a bolster or a big bed pillow, and you want to bring that into the body, and we're going to start off in a relatively wide child's pose. Then scoot the bolster in, and if you need more support than just the bolster, place the 2 blocks underneath. And our goal here is to fully support the front body while the bolster moves kind of close to the pubic bone. And then we'll exhale and drape the head down and see if you can completely relax the body. So feel that the bolster completely supports. And we'll stay here breathing with awareness, keeping the mind quiet, letting the breath move in and the breath move out. Checking your alignment. So we want the knees not to be too wide apart because we're trying to find support through the front of the body so that the back muscles can finally feel safe enough to release. If you open the knees too wide apart, then we end up getting too much pressure in the inner thighs and potentially in the lower back. So for right now, just a wide child's pose, but not too wide apart. We don't want to move into that frog type of position. Close your eyes and let the body rest. Let the mind rest. Keep focusing on the breath, letting the mind move into a meditative space. And while we create the opportunity for the back muscles to release, we're also not necessarily trying to force or push. Just creating the space for whatever healing wants to happen, whatever release wants to happen. And then being open to the awareness of breath, the awareness of the body, and the quality of the mind and the emotions. Sinking a little bit deeper down with every exhalation, letting your body rest just a little bit more. Feeling the support underneath you. Finding a sense of ease. Every breath in and every breath out cycles the nervous system into a deeper state of relaxation, a deeper state of release. Letting go as much as you can, just a few more breaths. Let the body release, the mind release. And observe how the breath naturally changes once our state of mind changes. Just a few more breaths. Then slowly allow yourself a long, deep breath in. Slowly we'll prepare to change positions. Let's come forward, resting on the elbows for a moment. Sink back a little bit so we can let the back release a little bit more. On the next breath in, let's push yourself up off of the bolster. Let's slide the bolster lightly forward. Cross your feet underneath you. Then we'll separate the feet a little bit and don't go too wide, like not a straddle, but just a relatively comfortable V shape. Then again, let's move that bolster in so there's full contact with the body. And then as you exhale, let's come on down again. Your head was pointed in one direction. Let's change directions and we'll stay here, not as long on this side, but for a little while, just an opportunity for the body to release, the mind to release. Observe the comfort, the discomfort. And remember, if the body needs more support, put the blocks underneath the bolster, or maybe get some additional pillows so that there's not any strain when we begin. We want the front body to be completely supported so that the muscles along the back can release. Just a few more breaths. Give your body that opportunity to really settle and release. With every exhalation, release just a little bit more. Few more breaths. And then slowly inhale. Come on back in towards the center, resting up on your elbows for a moment. Slowly inhale, push yourself off the bolster. Let's bend the knees, move the bolster on over to the side, and then let's turn all the way around and we're going to lie down. Slowly down, resting the sacrum on the ground, the knees spiraling gently towards each other. Stay here for a few breaths in constructive rest pose, letting all the muscles around the hips and the legs release. Feeling the abdomen release, feeling the breath, and a deep wave of relaxation moving through the body. And let's slowly bring the feet a little closer together, and then crossing the right leg over the left, let's bring both legs over to the right side and gently drape the arms to the left. And let that lightly release the lower back and the hips, but no reason to force or push in any way. No reason to squeeze. Just breathe and let it be. A few more breaths, feeling what you feel as you feel it, but not forcing, being aware of any sensations, pleasurable, non-pleasurable, intense, light. Maybe just 2 more breaths here. Very good. Let's do 1 more breath. Nice. Inhale, come on back to the center. We're going to switch the legs. Cross the left leg over the right. Settle the bones for a moment. And then exhale, both knees draping over to the left. And then the arms counterbalance in a light drape over to the right. And again, feel what you feel without forcing. We're not trying to push the knees to the ground. We're just sort of swaying the knees to the left. Feel the breath moving in, feel the breath moving out. The quiet, the calm, that inner space. Observing again what sensations are different from this side to the other, what sensations are the same. Just a few more breaths. And the last breath. Inhale, we'll come back into the center, placing the feet again wider than hips width apart, finding constructive rest position just for a moment. Then reach over to the side and find the bolster. We're going to slide the bolster in underneath the knees. You can use your legs to position the bolster well. And then turn the palms open. Let's lie down and take rest for a few breaths. Letting the body release, the muscles and the joints of the body, finding a space of ease, the mind relaxing, the body relaxing, the back muscles relaxing. After everything has reached a deep space of relaxation, find yourself renewed and allow yourself a long, deep breath in. Reawakening the body, and then as you exhale, slowly beginning to move. The next breath in bends the knees, placing the feet on the bolster. The next breath in, let's hug the knees up into the chest, giving yourself a little squeeze. And then exhale, we'll roll over onto the side. And inhale, come all the way back up. Let's find again a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May be happy, may be peaceful, may be filled with love.